Okay, so this is a very late wrap up for January of 2020. Um, so I'm just gonna go through everything in order. So the first book that I finished in January was The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, which I started on October 28th and then finished on January 6th. I gave it 4 stars. I don't really have any cohesive thoughts about the book just yet. Um, I might reread it sometime soon ish. But I can say that I did enjoy reading it. So, okay, so the next book that I finished in January is The Lady's Guide to Celestial Mechanics by Olivia. I still don't know if it's Waite or White or I I should just look it up, but um I started on November 12th and I finished it on January 14th, and I gave it 5 stars. I just really, really enjoyed it, and if I were a better person, I would have gone straight through it. Um, but December and November as well were rough on me, and I'm not a very good fast reader. So, and then the next book that I finished in January is The House at Pooh Corner by A. A. Milne. I started this on. Why is why is why is Goodreads saying this? Saying that I started this on January 14th. Um, because that's definitely not when I started this. Okay, so I started this on November 30th for the Believe in Magic-a-thon, but was unable to finish it before the end of the month, um, because I started on literally the last of the month. Um, and then I ended up finishing this on January 14th as well. Um, I gave this 5 stars because it was fun, and I really wish that I'd actually read it as a small child, a small itty bitty little child, because I just really, really loved it, and I feel like it would have been a very good book for me to have read, as a weein. Oh, uh, I nearly skipped a book. The next book that I finished is actually The Antagonist, Book 1 by Burgundy Rakoska. I have absolutely no clue when I started reading this. I started reading it sometime around 2015. Yeah, late 2015, because I remember I bought it and I started it when when it was first released. But I mean, I did start over when I reread it, or not reread it, when I read it, point blank. So I probably started it. I think I finished it in a day, so probably also. I finished it on January 18th, so I probably also started it on January 18th. I probably should have edited the date, but I gave it 4 stars because I enjoyed it, but I didn't really have any like super strong feelings about it. That's really about it. I mean, I really enjoyed having um, so many disabled characters in the book. But also, I understand why it was done, but I didn't enjoy just how much the R word was used. By characters that are like very much in the wrong for their use of it, but also it made me incredibly uncomfortable. So, okay. Then now is when I get to my little romance binge, because I went to the library after a date and I picked up a bunch of romance books, and I ended up reading a bunch of romance books. Two of them I've checked out 5. I finished 3 in January. The other 2 I ended up finishing this month, so they'll be in the next wrap up. But the first book that I read was The Ruin of a Rake by Cat Sebastian, and I started this on January 25th. I finished it on January 27th. I got about halfway through it on the first day, and then after that it was a bit more slow going, just because I wasn't sitting in a library with this being basically the only thing for me to do, because my phone was basically dead. And I am in love with my 2 new sons. Look at them. Look at my sons. I love them. I love this. I gave it 5 stars because I just loved it. I loved it. And that's all I have to say. The next book that I finished in January is The Lawrence Brown Affair, also by Cat Sebastian. And I also gave this one 5 stars. And oh geez. Okay. So I started reading this on January 22nd, and then I finished it on January 22nd. So I started this on January 23rd. I finished The Ruin of a Rake very late at night, and so I ended up starting The Lawrence Brown Affair in the morning. And then I finished it on the 25th. I also gave this 5 stars, and I also very much love my new sons. I love them. I love them. And so now for this series, I need to get on reading the other mainline one, which is actually the first one, because I have read this series backwards. Because I didn't bother to look up if it was a series when I started it. And they had this, and they had The Ruin of a Rake, and I decided to go with The Ruin of a Rake first. Because I like fictional rakes. I need to find an FF book with a rake, a female rake, a lady rake. I need a lady rake in my life. Give me my lady rake, please. Yes. So. And then I also have to read the, there's like a 0.5 that's FF. My library's FF selection is bad. So, hopefully I'll be able to find it, but I shouldn't buy it, but I might buy it. And then the last book that I read in the month of January is It Takes Two to Tumble by Cat Sebastian. So I started this on January 25th. I started it right after I finished the Lawrence Brown affair. And I also gave it 5 stars because I also have 2 more sons. And I also love my beautiful, beautiful wife, Alice. I need more Alice. I need her. Oh my god. That's literally the review that I wrote on Goodreads. It's literally just, I need more Alice in my life. Because it's a fact. I need more Alice in my life. Hopefully, I also need to get on to reading the next one in this series. I think there's only one other so far. Yes, there's currently one other, and then there's a new one, a third one that's coming out in June. So I need to catch up, and then I need to read the next one. And I need Alice to show up more. I will always need more Alice in my life. I will never have enough Alice. Ever. Okay, and that is it for this month's wrap-up. That is a total of 7 books that I read in January, and I'm quite proud of that, especially considering that my Goodreads goal for the year is to read 2 books a month, so I feel like I'm doing pretty good there. Don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in the next one.